Hey, my name is Shannon Dill. Some people know me by DaphoDILL, my music name. It's been a road, man, and I'm looking for justice and some help, man. For some people to come together and help me with the things that has been going on with me in my state and the legal system and retaliation that was sought against me for speaking out about injustice. Um, Back in 21, 22, I reported fraud, sexual harassment, sexual abuse, sexual assault, damn near sex trafficking, and I was sought with nothing but retaliation. I was even forced out of the military and then had to beg for a retirement. Um, and they let the person that sexually assaulted me go. Even my military lawyer from Georgia said to me they were looking at the relationship instead of the sexual assault itself, which just goes to show me that no one was on my side. That they wanted to just let him go because it was me, presumably. Um, they came to my house to get me, saying I need to be evaluated. Then all of a sudden, I'm aggressive, even asking me what school did I used to go to. Doctors, lawyers, judges, even saying that I was using alcohol excessively, and that was on my medical paperwork. And I haven't drunk alcohol in years. Um, Even going out of the way to self identify my own sexuality, calling me bisexual when they don't even know my sexuality. Never even stated those things to them, and I don't even define or identify myself as those things. Even went as far as saying that I chest bumped and assaulted and spit on someone, and I never did those things either. Um, I've been seeking nothing but or getting nothing but retaliation. I even had a social worker tell me that I come to the person that sexually assaulted me and then kept on talking as if that wasn't already disgusting enough. She even told me that I was mentally abused, and as I watched her see the physical abuse, she said to me, Shannon, I've been deep before, which furthered the abuse. We even talked about racism, and she was a white woman, and she told me that she picked my case. And it's like, why would a white woman pick a black person's case to talk to them about racism, as well as she's heterosexual? Why would you pick my case? Woman picked my case to talk to me about LGBTQIA plus community things. She would even tell me that she was never allowed to say the N word, and she was white. And then when I would tell her about the abuse, she would say she knew. And it's like, therapy is not going to help that. What other avenues? Um, Legal assistance, filing police reports, but um, to me, they were all in on it. They even had said I was receiving Veterans Affairs care at the facility as if they sent me there, and I never contacted the VA. The VA shouldn't have even known where I was when I was there, but it was on my medical paperwork. And then all of a sudden, I got appointments to see the social worker, and I never even requested them. She said she requested my paperwork, which even further shows what was going on. And I filed police reports. I've done so much and still haven't yet to get the justice or even get the information out to the public to where people can take a look into my case, open my case back up. They let a person that sexually assaulted me go because they would rather look at the relationship, knowing that I was sexually assaulted, and let him go and walk out around the world to possibly do those things to someone else. I was even personally assaulted, and I filed reports on those things when I could remember. My memory was being erased to where I couldn't even remember times, dates, names. My brain was mushed. And it's the fact that a lot of those people sat here in my face and literally tried to corner me from every area to where if I reached out for help, Even I reached out to help from the NAACP and I couldn't get the help. Even people in Washington, I could not get the help from them. So it just further showed me that no one cares about me and my voice. And I am sitting here. Please take a look into my case. Reshare this. I had circulation cut off to my brain, my body paralyzed, and my throat suffocated. And it wasn't just one part of the abuse. AWOL'd because I filed reports, my money taken away from me, even retaliated on me as soon as I got out of the military. And other people knew, and then they even knew, and I told you they were going to get you back, and that this is a good old boy system. And it's the fact that people sit there and see what's going on, don't fight for it, don't advocate for it, and then like reaching out to lawyers. They would tell me that I need a criminal defense attorney when I'm the victim. And it's like at some point, they got to stop silencing people's voices. Even when I left the VA a few months ago in February 2025, I had to go get checked. I had to get a rape kit and ask for one because I couldn't open up my legs for 3 weeks or so. My vagina and my lower extremities were burning and stinging and in pain, as if someone was waiting for me to do those things to me. And not only that, when I was at a behavioral place that they sent me, the cop even said, I heard your music. And even another cop said, I know you like vapes, and I have never told any of them those things. So it's only showing me that all of those people were working together to do something to me, to mess with me, and even asked me how did I like it in the jail. And it just goes to show that the state of Mississippi itself is very rooted in deep-seated racism, systematic abuse and racism, and just disgusting overall. The things they do to these black women, these African Americans, and even some of these African Americans do help them do those things, and they're African American. So it's like, what justice is that? You're not fighting against the system, you're with the system, doing those things to your other comrades, other people that you served with, other people that are in these institutions, and think that those things are okay. Even when I left Westway Behavioral, my body started shaking profusely, burning, stinging. It was in pain. I couldn't bathe myself. I could barely write. I couldn't do anything. And then they gave me benztropine, and that's for Parkinson's disease. And even when taking that medication, it still did not stop. And it goes to show, like, what medication are you giving someone that that will make their body do those things? And I remember calling my doctor, and she would tell me it's not the medication. So it's like, okay, what is it then? And I need someone to help me get a thorough investigation into the state. I need someone to help me get a thorough investigation into the state of Mississippi, Mississippi officials, the cops, the VA, maybe the FBI, the CIA can help. Someone can help get my story out there, get it looked into. Wanting justice and looking into those officials really don't need to be in those positions if they're doing those things, and doing those things not only to their veterans, and it goes to show that they don't care about the veterans. And it's like they say, thank you for your service, and that we love the veterans, yet do those other mindless things to them. And they weaponize the mental health systems against you and call you delusional, say something is wrong with you, your mental health is impaired, to discredit me, dehumanize me, call me angry and say I'm angry and I'm aggressive. And those things were used on my body. I even remember my height being changed, and I could see those things. The social worker even showed me what was being used in the VA systems, and it was recorded on the camera too. And it just goes to show even when those things are recorded, they still don't care, and they were too busy trying to get me in front of a camera. I even had a cop tell me the cameras, as if like you were doing something to me and you planned those things because maybe you knew I was going to speak out. I was going to looking at suing you. I don't know. But something isn't right that's been going on. And not even just that, the physical pain that I had felt, like my body was stinging and burning. I couldn't open my legs for 3 weeks or more and had to get checked for sexual assault. Then they let my sexual assaulter person go, even when they knew he sexually assaulted me. And they sit here in these systems and in these programs and say to you they know what they're doing. And it's like, yeah, you do know what you're doing. Systematic racism, systematic abuse, mental abuse, physical abuse. And you sit there and you let these people do those things and tell someone therapy will fix it. Just get over it instead of looking at seeking justice for that person. That is how sick the system is and how sick the state of Mississippi is. And that they have used every area and corner anywhere I would go to corner me. There were even people that I saw at the circuit courts that looked at me like they had a problem with me. And I didn't even know them. So it just shows that even they know. It just goes to show that even those people know those things. So it's like, how do you know those things when those things are is private information? I even seen a pile of medical malpractice things on my medical paperwork, falsified information, lying on the paperwork, filling out false police reports. All of my medical paperwork, all with the police. Professionals, as they call themselves. And to me, there's nothing professional about it. It's a system built up against black people and black women at that. It's the fact that a lot of people would rather go against these women than these men, especially when they're part of the LGBTQIA plus community. Mississippi has never liked black people. They don't like gay things either. Even looking around this state, I have never in my life been so traumatized. And for people to sit in my face and say that therapy is going to help you. How is therapy going to help someone? Therapy is not the only avenue. If you can, please share. Please get this story out. I have a lot of more information too. I just don't know how to put everything in words. Thank you. This goes to show that even they know or knew something about me that I did not tell them. It was so much falsified things on my medical paperwork that it doesn't even make sense. Man. And it bothers me that a bunch of people would come together and retaliate on me just because I sought help from other people. Because of racism. Because of systematic abuse. Because of sexual assault, sexual harassment, sex trafficking, human trafficking, police brutality. I even had a cop staring at me like this for a very long period of time, like he was focusing on something. And then when I would talk to him, then I would profusely stutter. And I've never stuttered a day in my life until I met with those cops. At all. Still have yet to stutter. And I even had a woman tell me, hit them in their pockets, yet she went and did those same things. They had cameras in the females' bathrooms as if they were watching me and only me in there. And I was the only black female and LGBTQIA plus in there with a bunch of heterosexual white women. And I noticed there weren't even any cameras in the men's restrooms in the behavioral place. that would come up to me and ask me questions or say don't do this or don't do that. But they would see other white people doing those things, other white women, and they wouldn't say a word to them. As if they were out to get me, to retaliate against me and target me for speaking out. Because they would rather not seek accountability and responsibility, but rather shut my voice up and control the narrative. Not today. Not today, man. If you can, please help me. And there's a lot more to this story, man. A lot more. Share it. Send it to your friends and family. Get some eyes on it, man. Because I'm tired. I don't know what to do. Even people in the judicial system don't even want to help me. They would rather cover their asses and cover their friends' asses than to sit here and help me and then say they're professionals. Professional lying, professional abuse, professional racism. The state of Mississippi needs some help, seriously and badly, for the amount of trauma and abuse that I've just suffered. Also show that even they know or knew something about me that I did not tell them. It was so much falsified things on my medical paperwork that it doesn't even make sense. Man. And it bothers me that a bunch of people would come together and retaliate on me just because I sought help from other people. Because of racism. Because of systematic abuse. Because of sexual assault, sexual harassment, sex trafficking, human trafficking, police brutality. I even had a cop staring at me like this for a very long period of time, like he was focusing on something. And then when I would talk to him, then I would profusely stutter. And I've never stuttered a day in my life until I met with those cops. At all. Still have yet to stutter. And I even had a woman tell me, hit them in their pockets, yet she went and did those same things. They had cameras in the females' bathrooms as if they were watching me and only me in there. And I was the only black female and LGBTQIA+ in there with a bunch of heterosexual white women. And I noticed there weren't even any cameras in the men's restrooms in the behavioral place. They would come up to me and ask me questions or say don't do this or don't do that. But they would see other white people doing those things, other white women. And they wouldn't say a word to them. As if they were out to get me, to retaliate against me and target me for speaking out. Because they would rather not seek accountability and responsibility, but rather shut my voice up and control the narrative. Not today. Not today, man. If you can, please help me. And there's a lot more to this story, man. A lot more. Share it. Send it to your friends and family. Get some eyes on it, man. Because I'm tired. I don't know what to do. Even people in the judicial system don't even want to help me. They would rather cover their asses and cover their friends' asses than to sit here and help me and then say they're professionals. Professional lying, professional abuse, professional racism. The state of Mississippi needs some help, seriously and badly, for the amount of trauma and abuse that I've just suffered. And what bothers me the most is that even when I reported those things to officials, I would have people tell me, well, maybe you should report it to this person, as if that was going to help me. When I reported it to millions. Man. They even let those people stay in and even retired those people. While I had to sit here with abuse, neglect, negligence, dehumanize me, retaliate on me, mental abuse me, physical assault, sexual harassment, damn near sex trafficking, fraud that I exposed. And then would tell me I need to sign a whistleblower claim. And still wasn't protected. And would even make jokes. The people that assaulted me, co-workers, would say, that person is your daddy. I had a man tell me after he assaulted me by cutting circulation off to my brain, paralyzing my body, and closing my throat up on me. He replied to me, I treat you right, don't I? And people sat there and heard him, watched him do those things to me, and did not care. Even going above and beyond to ask me, am I trying to leave him? Looking all into the funding. Calling me while I'm on training. Looking for me. Even asking other people that he was looking for me. To assault me. To abuse me. Your little pet. Targeted abuse. Not just from him, but from others in the military. Racist. I even had a woman tell me that if I ever filed a report, I better have my ducks in a row. Because what is that supposed to mean? That's even more sick. That you know that person does those things. And you still don't open up your mouth and speak out about it. So what do you think is going to happen to these other soldiers? And they retired those people. Gave them retirements, even when reports were filed on them. I was told to stop filing reports. Shut the fuck up. Let it go. Oh, your therapists are just trying to help you. The fuck kind of shit is that? Therapists are not trying to help me. They're in the system with those motherfuckers. So where does the line, when is the line crossed? I've already been sexually harassed, almost sex trafficked. I've already been sexually assaulted. I've already had my brain mushed, my brain suffocated, no oxygen to it, throat closed up on me, body shaking, burning and stinking, vagina hurting again, body paralyzed again.